Hello there, lovely. Good morning, and welcome to Camnet TV's Friday edition of Thrive and Rise Breakfast Show. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. You are catching us live on Top Star Channel 106. We are also streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and on the Kstream app. I'm Tapelo Joe Smarter. This morning, like always, we have nothing but the best for you in current affairs. Now, one of the stories that we have this morning, which is making headlines on different social media platforms, different tabloids, daily tabloids, are carrying out this particular headline. It was the bombshell that was dropped yesterday by MMD, or if you like, the Movement for Multi-Party Democracy, perceived to be the custodians of democracy. The MMD's president, Dr. Nevas Mumba, of the New Hope, MMD, who announced at a convention yesterday at NASDAQ Sports Complex right here in Lusaka that the MMD will now be called NNP, which simply stands for New Nation Party. And obviously, so many different stakeholders, governance pundits have come through and expressed their displeasure regarding this particular development, or their surprise regarding this particular development from Dr. Nevas Mumba. Others are asking, why didn't he just leave the party and form another political party? But obviously those reasons best known to him. We'll be showing you some of the images from yesterday's convention where Dr. Nevas Mumba made the announcement that the MMD will now be called NNP, New Nation Party. There is a number that is scrolling on your TV screen. Please feel free to come through and let us know about this particular development. Now, if you remember, the MMD was initially formed as a movement in 1990 to pressure the then one-party state government, which was being headed by President David Kaunda, one of the founding fathers of Zambia. And of course, this particular movement, the MMD, led to Dr. Kaunda to amend the constitution, which later led to Zambia having elections in 1991, which later saw the MMD emerge as winners in that particular election, with 76% votes going to the president of MMD, Dr. Frederick Titus Jacob Chiluba, who became the second Republican president of Zambia. And this gave birth to multipartyism. This is why, for those Gen Zs that do not know, this is why we have so many political parties, because of the 1991 election, which saw the MMD emerge as winners and have been considered for the longest time to be the custodians of democracy. However, those democratic practices have slowly drifted away from the movement of multi-party democracy. Reports are that the tenure of Dr. Nevas Mumba came to an end in 2022. 2022, that his tenure came to an end, and the party general membership has been calling for a convention. Now, a convention availed itself yesterday where this particular party rebranded to NNP. And of course, my dear director will be showing you some of the images that were taken from this particular convention, where blue has slightly changed a bit. It's light blue now of the NNP from the blue that people knew of the MMD. And of course, we do have some prominent people that have voiced out on this particular matter. We went through, obviously, to scan on different social handles of prominent people. And of course, we have Mr. Henry Kabwe here on his social media handle on Facebook, He is a veteran journalist and a trainer, obviously, of journalists. He says, and I quote, in communication science, a name should outlive the spur of the moment that necessitated any institution's establishment. The United National Independence Party, UNIP, and the Movement for Multi-Party Democracy, MMD, are case studies. The former was moved by independence and the latter by multi-party systems and never thought of the aftermath. Ain't humans guilty of planning more for a wedding than marriage and its products? That's Mr. Henry Kabwe, a veteran journalist and media trainer there, expressing his views regarding the MMD changing its name to NNP. You too, dear viewer, can do the same by coming through on that number, dialing that number, scrolling on your TV screen, and coming through and giving your own view. Or better still, you can go to our social media handle, which is Camnet TV on Facebook, and leave a comment there. We'll be able to read some of your comments. We go to renowned academia, and we're talking about we're talking about Dr. Lubinda Habazoka. Also, had something to say on this particular development. We monitored his social media handle, and Dr. Lubinda Habazoka wrote yesterday, for those of us who live to see the reintroduction of multi-party democracy under MMD, it's sad news to hear it being renamed. I think the people involved should have either started a new party or left MMD to those who could keep it going. People like Bodwin Nkumbula, Arthur Winner, FTJ, Penza, and many others are turning in their graves. I hope those spearheading this can introspect. MMD, just like UNIP, PF, and the UPND, have left marks in Zambia's political history and should never be erased. I remember as a young boy going to listen to BY, FTJ, Venon Mwanga, and others at a rally in Mikomfa, obviously on the Copper Belt. I beg people rescind their decision. That's Mr. Lubinda Habazoka, Dr. Lubinda Habazoka there, respected academician right here in Zambia, a lecturer also at UNZA, giving his views regarding the MMD and its change of name to NNP, New Nation Party. We go to George Mutonga. Now, George Mutonga is a blogger, he is an economist, and he is a politician. He's based in the United States, but for now, he is in Zambia, obviously. He wrote something here very interesting. He shared Dr. Lubinda Habazoka's Facebook post, and he wrote a caption. He says, their existence present an ideological step that can never be taken for granted. MMD should never die. What does this mean now that the MMD has been renamed to NNP? That's the question that we are asking. Dear viewer, please feel free, come through and give us your views as well. We'll be checking out your views much later. Then we do have an image of the first cabinet of the MMD. Obviously, the president was Dr. Frederick Jacob Titus Chuluba on top there. Then we have different faces here. We have Dr. Levi Patrick Mwanawasa. We also have General Mianda there. President Michael Sata, Mr. Arthur Winner. We do have Mr. Benny Mwila. We do have the late Christian Tembo as well, and so many others in that particular first cabinet, including Dr. Guy Scott. He was part of that cabinet. But Mr. Akashamba Twambik Study Wanika as well. And some of these notable individuals that are still alive, but what are your views regarding the change of name from MMD to NNP? We obviously need to hear from you. We go to the daily tabloids and see what they are saying this particular morning. Let's start with the Daily Nation that talks about the MMD, saying that we're discussing the MMD. Nevas Mumba, quote unquote, kills MMD, forms new nation party, dispenses with the clock, introduces the eagle as an emblem for his new party. But Operation Save MMD says it shall not allow the party to be annihilated by a man seeking to kill democracy. Okay. We go to a Times of Zambia which says HH assures farmers president to ensure accelerated agro exports to boost revenue. Okay. We go to a News Diggers. Chiefs push on with calls for delimitation. Amend, says Chiawa. New Hope MMD, quote unquote, renamed NNP. That's the Daily Mail. Okay. Now, let's go to our Facebook page. Okay. So, we'll quickly go on a break. When we come back, we'll be joined by Operation Save MMD member, Honorable Gaston Chilima, a man that has held so many portfolios in the MMD, and he is a veteran politician. He joins us this morning after this break. Stay tuned.
Every Monday to Thursday afternoon, join us for the Lunchtime Cafe, making the headlines, media news, and we remind you of what political leaders and governance actors said back in the days. In Forgotten Stories, we emphasize to you the importance of eating healthy foods and leading healthy lifestyles on the Nutrition Corner. Get the latest updates in sports and critical interviews. Because we value your contribution to national matters, we accord you an opportunity to share your perspectives during the viewers' reactions. The Camnet TV Lunchtime Cafe is an all-inclusive buffet. Camnet TV, not just another channel.
Thank you so much for joining us. Like I said, Honorable Gaston Chilima joins us this particular morning, a man that has held so many portfolios in the MMD and a man who is a veteran politician. He comes through to discuss the MMD and this change to NNP and the reaction of Operation Save MMD. Honorable, good to see you and welcome.
Thank you very much, and I must say I am back home. Camnet has been a while. Good morning, viewers. Mother Zambia, may God bless you.
Okay. Starting on that note, Honorable, yesterday a bombshell was dropped. Dr. Nevas Mumba changed the name of the MMD to NNP. We saw your statement, but for those that did not see your statement, what was your initial reaction to this particular development?
First, the reaction, and even from what people are saying that MMD has changed the name, it's not correct.
Okay.
The correct scenario is that like many other political parties who were born out of MMD, which is the democratic right of every Zambian and every member of MMD, The correct position is that my brother, Dr. Nevas Mumba, has launched a new party.
Okay.
And it's very, very clear in our constitution.
Mm-hmm.
When you associate yourself with another political party,
Mm-hmm.
whether you form or you defect, you are no longer MMD member.
Okay.
The constitution again is very, very clear. That gathering
Mm-hmm.
was called a convention. It's on public domain that we have been two factions because we are in court.
Oh, so the matter is still in court. Okay.
Now, in court, we were challenged with the convention that we had in 2016
Okay.
by Dr. Nevas Mumba's team.
Mm-hmm.
They won. In that judgment, we were whipped, all of us. In the expulsions and suspension and the way he was running the party, in that judgment is very clear. Go and do the right thing in-house.
Which is?
Intra-party
Mm-hmm.
was one such. Suspensions and the procedures of following the constitution was not done because Dr. Mumba is never held any elections other than himself being voted in 2012.
So from 2012, MMD has never had elections.
Has never had elections. All he has been operating with were appointed, nominated, whatever, co-opted from churches and all that.
What does the constitution say, Honorable?
The constitution says every 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
traditionally, you must go to the convention. After 5 years, he refused to go to the convention. Even the people that were supporting him, remember the time when he wanted to bring Arabi to be
Mm-hmm.
a candidate at a by-election, he blocked it through the courts.
Okay.
We accepted.
Mm-hmm.
But even his people who were supporting him, the likes of Nakachindas and all those, said 5 years, let's go to the convention. He refused.
Okay.
So they joined us now with the Honorable Mutati's group.
Okay.
We went to the convention where we voted the Honorable Mutati. Honorable Mutati produced me who is speaking of the chairman election. We produced the 3 members of parliament and over 400 councillors.
As MMD.
As MMD. As we are talking today,
Mm-hmm.
MMD doesn't have not even a single councillor. So Dr. Nevas Mumba and his team, they have never produced not even a councillor. So already, by the constitution, that is failing to run the party.
Okay.
I'm saying we are in court
Mm-hmm.
because we appealed. His own members who were chairman and all those, they first warned him. In fact, not warned him, they took him to court to challenge him over the expulsions and suspensions. The same people who he was operating with, the chairman and the chair ladies, took him to court
Mm-hmm.
because they reminded him that there was now a vacancy after 10 years
Okay.
of presidency. So we needed to go to the convention. As usual, he started explaining them. That matter is in court. The one that we appealed is in court.
Mm-hmm.
Then he attempted to have a convention in 2021.
Okay.
We in Save MMD and others, we injected that convention.
Mm-hmm.
It is still alive in the High Court. Furthermore, there was even contempt that was done.
Okay.
That contempt has never been discharged. So I can even tell you that Dr. Nevas Mumba from 2022, he has been masquerading to run the affairs of MMD, which is a criminal offense.
Okay.
Not only that, he has been masquerading that he has been on the running the welfare of MMD illegally. Now, after that injunction was made,
Mm-hmm.
the convention that you are calling convention, that's not a convention which he had the day before. It started the day before yesterday. That's not a convention.
Mm-hmm.
That is just a gathering that he called. As we knew the agenda he wanted to do. One, to launch his political party.
Okay.
And the first attempt he wanted to do was to change Article 41 to limit the tenure of the president, which is only 10 years, 5 years of each, you are gone.
Okay.
Now, he knew he cannot proceed because he wanted to be a life president of MMD, and MMD doesn't support that constitutionally.
Okay.
So that fell off. The only thing that he wanted to do in that gathering is he now launching the political party. Now, when we say the procedure was not followed, if you can call it a convention,
Okay.
for argument's sake, in every province, you need to have delegates. Western province, for instance, you only got people, 10 from Umongo. We are aware because those are our members. You got 10 from Umongo, 10 from Kaoma. But what does the guidelines say? You need to get 5 from each district. And the Western province has got 16 districts.
Okay.
So those in Umongo, we are aware, you just got them from one compound. Maybe it's even just one family. Kodima, is it Mandango or Mandanga? I've been there, but I'm just mixing them in Umongo. Okay? Now, even those people that he got, a genuine convention of MMD, mostly we gather more than 6,000 countrywide.
Okay.
But do you think 6,000 can be in that sports council hall? So he duped them. The deceit that he used was there's going to be a meeting.
Okay.
The genuine members, even those that is calling to be in his neck, because they were colleagues, they didn't even have the agenda because the constitution says you must notify the members 30 days before.
Okay.
Then you deliberate the agenda. They never did. The people who knew what he was doing are those that he just coopted them from the markets and whatever. Because that gathering, even if you zoom the camera, me and others who have been around the country to meet our members, none of those were members. Those were just actually picked. If you play the video, and when he was shouting, the hour, in his last shouting of the hour, you look at the response. Anybody, at least somebody old enough who knew what MMD was, the moment you say the hour, it's the whole street shouting the hour. But that didn't happen in there. Now, the deceit went further. When he invited those people, he invited them for the convention, no agenda. They didn't know. And he even said there would be elections there. Because we saw the publication, I think 3-4 days, that there were going to even be nominations and fees were even tagged.
Okay.
As high as 2,000 kwacha for people that were eyeing in order to be voted. Those people did the nominations and paid the money 2,000 kwacha. I'm telling you the information because we know. They paid 2,000 kwacha. What ended up to be? The meeting changed. He was launching now the new national party. In his pronouncement, he says, we are rebranding. What are you rebranding? Rebranding MMD by adding another name to run into political parties. It doesn't happen in MMD.
Honorable, just there. Let me ask you this question. The MMD has been considered to be the custodian of democracy.
Correct.
Why have we seen a shift from democratic tenets over the years?
One, it is selfishness.
Okay.
I can tell you, me, I'm a Democrat. Even as I speak now, I'm just a voice of 7MMD.
Okay.
Even with this opportunity of Dr. Nevas Mumba going, if you are undemocratic, I will declare myself to be a president. But I'm not a president. I'm not voted in. MMD doesn't appoint. We do elections from intra-party, from the branch.
Okay.
And the democracy that we have exhibited and taught the people in democracy at branch level, I can give you an example. We had some elections years back at Soweto branch. Even the Republican president, because we were privileged to run the government, even the Republican president was an interested person to know what was going on in those elections. And those elections were not run by a political party, ourselves as MMD. There was an independent body.
Okay.
And in the constitution, it must be headed by a lawyer and an independent appointees to run that election at branch level. What more at the convention? At the convention, we even go further to invite non-governmental organization, the media, judiciary, to just go and it be transparent. That's the tradition of MMD. But that didn't happen. Now, what happened there? Invited people on MMD, they do nominations, and before they realized, they didn't even vote. They started now appointing. You filed in nominations to be a chairman of the province. We have changed, you're going to be now a chairman on Labour on a new political party. Let me even tell you this, and the nation, the deceit and the corrupt mind that was happening. You invite people as MMD to file in positions on MMD, and then you come and change and said, no, you are now going to be this in a new party. The information we've got, because they are our colleagues. Some now have even teamed up to sue Dr. Mumba and claim their money. Because they filed in on MMD, and now the same filing, they want to change it to a new party. So basically, that is obtaining money by false pretense. This is now what is coming out, because when people realized, they thought it was just a meeting.
Okay.
Which, us even as a faction, we couldn't even stop or interfere. He was calling his followers. We are not refusing that. Within MMD, there were some that were following him, just like there are some that were following MMD. We could not interfere. We knew that there is a meeting of Dr. Mumba as MMD.
Okay.
Now, when you are a faction, you are not enemies. These are our colleagues we talk with. I can give one example. You have hosted Mr. Maliti before here, who was Dr. Nevas Mumba's chairman, national chairman, and the chair lady. We are working with him, the vice chair lady, and the provincial chairman, including some of them that attended this very gathering, because they thought it was an MMD meeting. Now, in that meeting, when they were going in, on any other business, we discuss one another. Even ourselves in self-MMD. When we have a meeting in MMD, when they were existing, in any other business, you just see, so what happens now? How far have we gone? Are we participating in these elections? Because we haven't participated in by-election. What is happening in 2026? When you are discussing, it's holistically.
Okay.
But now, good riddance. Maybe this is what Zambians want to hear. MMD still exists.
Okay.
The name remains with now the group that has remained with MMD. Save MMD now has gone to full-fledged MMD. Because the Save MMD now has saved MMD. Dr. Nevas Mumba has left. He has launched a new party. And from his mouth, the new party is a new national party. And even this deliberately, I have to come with my cape. When you see the logo there, the hours come, Pankoloko and Chwela. That is the genuine MMD. This is the hour, this that you are seeing here. There is no surname. That logo you're saying, the hour, New Hope, we don't know the New Hope.
Okay.
It just ends the hour, Pankoloko, and that MMD. So now our friend, as much as they've gone, we have seen there is light blue in there. It's a new party. We wish them good luck. And those that have followed him, we wish them good luck. I can even take this opportunity. Genuine members, MMD, old and new. And even those that paved the way because of the way he has been running the political party, we are saying, come back.
Okay.
We are now saved.
Okay. Now, Honorable, let me ask you this question. When you see, when members of the public begin to see such quote-unquote undemocratic practices happening in political parties, they begin to question, are we then suitable to be called a democratic nation because of the practices that are obtained in these political parties? We've seen it with the DP, we've seen it with the PF, we are now seeing it in the MMD, Honorable. What is happening to our democracy as a nation?
Personally, and having been even in government, I'm worried.
Okay.
During our time, it's on record. We have ZCID. That was started during our time, where political parties would air their views.
Okay.
And in that constitution of ZCID, it will go and whip the political parties in order to practice intra-party democracy.
Okay.
Now, what you are saying in other political parties, take for instance, I'm MMD. I should not go and interfere in the dialysis political party. Not even my young brother Cosmo Mumba. Not even my bodyguard Antford Banda. Those are political parties with different ideologies, different constitutions. You get my point? Even when we were in government, never did we interfere. It doesn't stop me talking to somebody in a different political party to convince him about our ideologies in MMD. If he's happy with the ideologies, he has a democratic right to either resign from his party to come and join MMD.
Okay.
But even joining MMD, we had the rules and the regulations
Of joining.
of joining.
Okay.
And you were even given a letter that you have been admitted. But I want to say, even if they are gone, it's water under the bridge. Madam Chitika never had any admission letter when he joined the MMD. Dr. Nevas Mumba, I can challenge him to produce a letter where he was admitted, because when Dr. Nevas Mumba came in, was appointed by late Patrick Mwanawasa, the late president, as the vice president. He challenged us that he was free to appoint any Zambian. And he did. Just like Mr. Mwanawasa appointed members from opposition political parties. And they served in government. Because he was entitled by law to appoint from elected members of parliament.
Okay.
Dr. Mumba never had a letter to be admitted. And there have been so many irregularities. Even at a time when we coopted him in 2012, he had a dual citizen.
Okay.
His political party, and then he became a president of a political party. What he needed to do, what gentlemen do, he needed to denounce the position of his former political party and then accept to be a president of MMD. But when he was questioned by Major Kachingwe, who was our elected general secretary, that you are having dual membership, and the Registrar of Society, the search was done. And we have documents to date. I can prove to you that this is the document from the Registrar of Society at the time when he was being appointed. But he never did the correct thing. So again, he has been illegally positioned, and other people has been questioning. It is every right of any member in MMD, if I am a president today, to question me how I'm running the party. One of it, he failed not to give us a councillor.
Okay.
He never even accounted for any money that was donated by good friends of the party. His own people have even reported the matters are there at Central Police. You can go over the question of them selling vehicles that belong to the party. Who approved it? Was it NEC? Where did the minutes come in to approve? It's a similar matter of what some of the people we are talking about that were working in some of these institutions have been in jail. It's a similar matter. That matter is in court. So for them to call rebranding of MMD, I can tell you they are running away from so many issues. And I'm saying to MMD members that the battle starts now to put MMD back on the track. One, the loss of intra-party elections and and play the democracy that we are talking about. Now, to answer your question, we have failed in MMD to practice democracy. How then can we advise the ruling government to practice democracy? So, if me, the advisor coming from MMD, or indeed the PF, where we have all these intra-party issues, how can we advise President HH in order to practice democracy? First, let's practice ourselves.
Charity begins at home.
Exactly. Even in now, if I'm talking about checks and balances, am I just going to speak my opinion to advise the president? When political parties, mind you, they are government in waiting. So their ideas, when we do elections, ballot the campaign.
Okay.
Zero in and out to advise your colleagues who are in government in order to run properly. We have already set ourselves example. Time of Mwanawasa. Mwanawasa used to hear from opposition political parties and the opposition members of parliament. And he would challenge you in government appointed by him to say, this is what Honorable Hamdud was saying, a president of this political party, what have we done as government? And Mwanawasa will be waiting for your report. If you don't, he would even threaten to fire you. And he fired some people for not providing services to the areas where we were not voted. And he said, these are Zambians. And he fired some ministers. Okay. People don't know this. So what I'm saying is, democracy needs to start from even these political parties. When somebody starts a political party, must be ready. That is a government in waiting, number one. Two, he must provide checks and balances. Because President HH today, who is our Republican president, cannot be anywhere all over. Okay? But now, what we are seeing, to further down, let me hit the nail on the head.
Please.
Even the ruling government now is failing on democracy. One such is this gathering that Dr. Mumba called. We saw the General Secretary of UPND going there. I doubt if the General Secretary of UPND even knew the agenda. How then can I be stopped, for instance, to go another General Secretary from another political party and come and denounce UPND and say, we have changed UPND name. We are going to do this. So we are allowing in illegalities. I'm mentioning UPND because they are in government. They are housing registrar of society under Home Affairs. And I know the act of registrar of society because I was a minister in Home Affairs. And I presided over them. Not a single time did I ever go to tell the director of the registrar of societies, the register this, no, change the names here. They were operating independently. So in terms of democracy, starting from us political parties in opposition, and then we check our friends, are they practicing democracy? Now they go and sit at that gathering and allow somebody doing illegalities, like one site that I've told you. They know we are in court. Why were they allowing Dr. Mumba calling that gathering when his tenure ended in 2022?
Okay.
And then he pretends to go and preside on a group that is MMD and make such a decision. Hence we are saying all those are illegalities. That gathering was illegal. They are not even mandated to change anything in the constitution, and they are not even mandated to even speak on behalf of MMD. But I'm saying it's good riddance that at the end of that gathering, his main agenda was to launch the political party. That's why I've joined in on behalf of MMD now, not save MMD, because I can now safely speak about MMD because we now own it as members. I can safely now join in to congratulate Dr. Mumba, my brother. If he wants to be a life president of that political party, it's not our business. Because definitely, I doubt if it has even a constitution. Because where he's coming from and the way we've seen the way he's been practicing, he's just been actually appointing. If UPND wants to join in there and co-opt him to go and assist him, and by the way, just a tip, soon we'll be going for elections. The move of the General Secretary of UPND going to sit in that illegal gathering there, he doesn't know that it's subtracting votes from members of the public, not just MMD. If he thinks he's adding numbers there, I want to challenge my brother, Honorable Emenda. He's my colleague, we served together and he knows the constitution of MMD. A good General Secretary should have embraced the holistic of MMD. By the way, we are even on record. As we even wrote to him that we were ready to work with him, but he never answered.
Okay.
As a General Secretary, we wrote to him. He never answered. Now, this game of political parties, it's like any club. So now we have seen the reply that the General Secretary went to Dr. Mumba. He has gone to embrace the new national party. So now in alliance, I'm waiting for Dr. Mumba now to announce whether that new party is in alliance with UPND.
Okay.
Because I know my brother, Dr. Mumba. Even with that little gathering, he feels now he's popular. Before you know it, he will say, now God has spoken to me. I'm going to be on the ballot in 2026. He has done it before. He took us to PF.
Okay.
And he left us in PF as MMD. When he knew that it was not going to be a running mate, the running mate was going to be a woman. He ran away. He went to UPND.
Okay.
Even there, he said, no, my brother, church, have come to help you. And whilst he was there, he realizes that he was not going to be a running mate. Before UPND knew it, he was on a ballot.
Okay.
And he lost. He had 14,000 votes. But I can use the word cleverly, but in brackets, you know what I'm talking about. He went to President HH. Even in 2021, he did the same. And he said, without me to divide the votes, you could have not won. Maybe that's why that new party is coming in. Because as in 7MMD, I can tell you, we were the people sent, suspected sent by him that he wanted to give us money, like they corrupt us, so that we accept it, and then he can be a life member of MMD. Now, out of principle, we don't hate Dr. Mumba. He was our vice president, and he has been our political president. Okay? The only difference is that on the constitution, and we've been consistent. And our group, I will say then, Save MMD, we have been very civil. We've never been in confrontation. Just like if we were in confrontation, that gathering he had there, he called it MMD. We could have gone to question. But we realize, as we respect the judiciary, we realize that we are in court, we don't need to interfere, let them go and deliberate whatever meeting, but only to realize that he was launching a political party. The only thing that I am refusing, and the others and the members of the public are saying no to changing or barring MMD and ride on the new political party. It doesn't work like that. Because even changing the name, it is a procedure which was not followed.
Okay.
So hence we are saying it's illegal even mentioning MMD.
Okay.
So now MMD is with us. We have saved the MMD, and I want to say to the members, MMD now is in your hands. Only under one. There's no faction now.
Okay. Okay. Now, Honorable, my question is, you've used the word bury MMD. Let me bring the word erasing. What happens to a legacy of Dr. Frederick Titus Jacob Chiluba? What happens to a legacy of Dr. Levi Patrick Bonawasa? And what happens to the legacy of Dr. Rupia Banda in an event that this route is taken and the MMD is erased from history, and maybe you, as one of the members, you say, okay, fine, since it has rebranded to NNP, even us who are an MMD faction, we are joining ANP, or we stop fighting. What happens to the legacy of these three individuals, including you, Honorable, because you served under MMD?
First and foremost, it's not even a question of us that are in MMD joining NEP, whatever they call it, the national new national party. That is out.
Okay.
But democratic rights of even MMD members, those that feel they can join Dr. Mumba, I as an individual, or indeed the party, we have no right to stop anybody to practice democratic right.
Okay.
Already I'm telling you, those that were pronounced to be in that group of new national party are back with us. My phone was choked. We didn't know this is what is happening. We are not ready to join because it's not described properly. There were no elections. So already they have seen some irregularities there. I'm not questioning even the procedures of how they carried out, because what I know is there were no elections. There was no deliberations. The members are back. And I'm still saying, even tomorrow when you realize that the national party is not taking you anywhere, come back home in MMD. I mean, we are able to receive members from UPND. We're able to receive members from Heritage Party. We're able to receive... It's the same pond, Zambia. It doesn't stop me sitting down with you who is in another political party. What about when we jump on a minibus? What about when we go to church? What about when we go to UTH when we are sick? Are we choosing that this is the only MMD who can come to this UTH? No. Me who's speaking, when I was a minister, I wanted to contest on MMD. My father was UNIP.
Okay.
Campaigning from his house is UNIP. And when he passed on, went to be with the Lord, in 2005, I was a minister. My father died a UNIP. As I'm speaking, I've got nephews who are in UPND who are councillors. Let us learn to coexist. So I am saying, we need to zero it down and understand what are these political parties. Let's put it like a game of football. I never saw Karusha Gwadia when the referee blows the end of the game. And in some cases, we have lost to Morocco 2-0. I never saw Karusha Gwadia going to score 3 other goals and say he's a winner. This is what Dr. Mumba now was trying to do there. If he has realized, which we knew, because this change of the name, I can tell you, even last year and last of last year, we were talking about it.
Okay.
All you need to do, I can't play in a Kana Football Club. I am changing, I'm going to play with the Buffaloes. Or I'm going to play with the Cabo Warriors, my team. I'm going to play with the Cabo Warriors.
I see why you like blue.
Blue, yeah, I mean, you can even... Yeah. So, what I'm saying is, if you zero it to a game of football, there are rules and regulations. Political parties have rules and regulations. But even when you're a political party, there is a supreme law of the land that you need to follow. What Dr. Mumba did there is unjustified, it's all illegal. But I am hoping now Zambians can understand, because it's very simple mathematics. My grandchildren, my children, those that are in grade 1, even just at nursery, when you say 2 minus 1, they will tell you it's 1. This is what happened. We were only 2 factions. Other political parties have got more than 2 factions. Yes. But in MMD, we were only 2 factions. Then they were calling it Dr. Nevas Mumba, and they even added the New Hope, which never existed in our constitution. Then we had 7 MMD. It wasn't a pressure group. It's a faction. Within the members, we were practicing intra-party democracy there. That we needed to convince either Nevas Mumba group or them to convince us. But we departed when it came in to choosing now leaders.
Okay. Because
MMD is there for elections. If we play, allow me to say this, if we don't play the democracy at a political level, sooner or later, even the general elections that we're going to be going for will be just an academic exercise. Do we want to go back to one party state? If Dr. Kaunda gave in to the fight of MMD, and even cut his tenure and allowed multipartism. He signed that Article 4. That's why we've got UPND, because UPND was born out of MMD. PF was born out of MMD. Heritage Party was born out of MMD. FDD was born out of... Now, when these are born out of MMD, I even brag around. Sometimes you see people shouting at me, not 7MMD, they will say, President of 7MMD. Then I say, all of you are my members, and there would be UPND. And because all these are born from here. That is a legacy that I want to mention, to ride on your question. The legacy is not just for Frederick Chiruba. The legacy is not just for Mwanawasa. The legacy is not just for Pia Banda. The legacy is for Michael Sata, is for Uncle Mazoka, okay? For Uncle Christian Tembo, Edith Nawakwi. It's a legacy that Zambians teamed up and said, we want multipartism. Without multipartism, HH would have not been a president today. So even when there is the HH, let us practice democracy. And I'm appealing to the ruling government. You know, as who have lived in thatched houses, you see the wind blows some grass out of that such a roof, and you ignore. Next, the wind comes, it blows. Before you realize it, you will have no roof.
It's gone.
This is how it starts.
Okay.
So, to my brother, His Excellency, the President HH, we cannot mention all these without mentioning the ruling government. If UPND has a hand in destabilizing the political parties, it is wrong. But it doesn't stop UPND, not the government UPND. I'm saying the political party as UPND, it doesn't stop them from coercing and convincing other members who may belong to other political parties. And indeed, the nanny players of any political party who are not even members, it doesn't stop UPND party to sell their ideologies to people. Like I'm saying, these who were born out of MMD, some of them were even ministers. Some of them were even vice presidents. But they want to form their political party. And Dr. Nevers Mumba, that's why we're congratulating him. He has joined the bandwagon of going to form his political party. Now, that is to say, that same democracy, why I'm appealing to PND, let them not even play around with the register of societies. Because register of societies cannot go and register new national party office bearers on MMD file. MMD is an institution. This is not an appealing. This is what Zambians chose, that we need to be in multi-party. Just like I cannot allow anybody to go and change office bearers from UPND file and add the other people that are not constitutionally mandated to go in there. Just like now, I cannot stand up with my colleagues and say, now that Dr. Nevers Mumba has gone, we are changing the names, now I am the president. It will have to wait for elections in MMD. By the way, UPND, if they are scared, they should not be scared about a political party. They should be scared about the people. So when we are talking, we are going to get organized, because that's what scares most people. When we MMD get organized, or any other party get organized, they will come and grab leadership. Okay. And we will lose 2026. That shouldn't worry them. What UPND should worry is to provide the service. What is it that they promised the people? In 24 hours, if they were to fulfill, I can tell you, even members now that we have remained on our own MMD, we are now free to work with anybody, including UPND. If we are convinced, not to convince me as an individual, to convince MMD members that now UPND is doing the right thing. And the right thing, let's start from democracy. Let's allow democracy prevail.
Okay.
Then you go to the services. if we are happy with what UPND is doing, then we realize we are coming closer to the ideologies that we believe in MMD. So I am saying to the Zambians that now we are free because Save MMD hasn't been in alliance with anybody. One may talk that we worked with the PF. It's not Save MMD. It was Dr. Neva Simumba MMD that took us for an alliance. Of course, we all agreed to go in that alliance. Not everybody who agreed. I'm saying, as members, we agreed to be in alliance that time because then we were going to be part of government. We were going to be allowed to have a running mate, Dr. Neva Simumba. Okay. But the PF duped us. They announced that through Edgar Lungu, they announced that the running mate was going to be a woman. Now, you have eyes. Are you sure Dr. Neva Simumba would turn out to be a woman in one day? Then we realized that there's nothing praying for us. I'm not even blaming Dr. Neva Simumba to leave us there. He had to go to where the issue that we agreed that we wanted to be part and parcel of government. Then who was the winning team? It was UPND. So the Malitis, Tobias Maliti and his team were assigned to go and negotiate for another alliance.
With UPND? With
UPND.
Okay.
So others remained in PF. And this is where now 7MD found ourselves. Because Dr. Momba ran that side and the pocket remained. So in terms of supporting, that time, admittedly, we supported PF.
Okay.
And they won. First and second time. Third time, which many people don't know. The 1.8 UPND brags about, partly is UPND because our late hero, Bwezani Banda, just said, Muyanu isambela kuti musevenzele pamozi. I think the best, let us support UPND. We might have been seen on the platform with the PF, but it was just in 48 hours.
So the 1.8 of the UPND in 2021, part of it is MMD.
Yes. It's not by design that you have UPND in Mbala, it's UPND in Mpulungu, you have UPND in Soka, and those numbers that were coming. Mutat went there and they rode on our structures.
Okay.
Now, I am not complaining. That's part of the game.
Okay. As we go, Honorable, your concluding remarks.
My concluding remarks to the genuine members of MMD and even those old members, this is the time that we need your wisdom. The Chitalas, some even if now they are retired, our uncle Mianda, I know he started the Heritage Party, but he served in MMD. I'm coming from a school of Honorable VJ. If you are listening, this is the time that we need your wisdom more and more. I can tell you that if these old people, we have the Prince, Honorable Akashambatwa, and many others, I am calling upon you, elders, come and assist us. Non-governmental organizations, some we are still existing, those that played a part in 1991, and even when we formed the government, one of my friends, for instance, the Honorable Ngandi Mwanajiti, we crashed. I was in government, he was in non-governmental organizations. We would quarrel on a platform, but we would hold hands and tell you what I was telling you is what you need to do. And I'm calling upon such organizations. Young people, the youths, where are you? Go back in the archives and find out at what age was I a member of parliament and the backbencher. Youths, women, let me say ladies and gentlemen. Women, my mothers at the market. My favorite Soweto market, Nakadoli, Masala Main Market, where I used to sell chickens and eggs there. The mothers out there, you played a role to make us what we were in MMD. You can do it again. When I'm saying we are going back on the track to put MMD and follow the norms and the regulations of MMD, shouldn't scare anybody that tomorrow we can form government. It's a journey that we need to do intra-party. It's not in one day. We do constituents. There are branches, constituency, district, up to the province. To MMD, I want to thank all of you that has been with us. Even with the fight, they will go to ask what Dr. Montepas Mumba is doing. You save MMD, we were run by Mutati. It moved from Mutati, we were run by Nakachinda. They left, we shook hands. They are our brothers, we even talk, we still eat together. But I'm saying to you members who have been there, I want to thank you for being sincere and being firm. Those structures in MMD, let us remain firm.
Okay.
I still want to say, we are ready to work with anybody. As long as we believe in your ideologies, you believe in our procession, we are ready now to sit as one faction. There's no two factions now. MMD, the hour has come back on the track.
Okay.
Chwela. Let's remember Frederick Titus Chiluba, Patrick Mwanawasa, Lupia, Bwezanibanda, and all those that were in all these cabinets. If you are there, Mr. Msakabantu, I've seen you walking around on the street. Holmes, Honorable Holmes, Ambassador Holmes, you are there. Honorable Churumanda, my young man, you are all there. The wisdom of MMD is the time that we need now, so that we can either ride on UPND or indeed any government that is going to come in, and we move this country back to what it was. We could have made mistakes the time we were in government. We could have made mistakes the time when you're in opposition. It's time to bury the past. Let's move forward. I want to repeat, I am not the president. We are looking for a president, and the president who is going to come in through channels. Everybody is welcome. It's not about men. Men and women, you can do it. You've done it before. I thank you, and God bless Mother Zambia.
Okay, thank you so much, Honorable, for coming through and for reminding us. It was more like a nostalgic interview, reminding us about the MMD and multipartism, the introduction of multipartism in Zambia. It was because of the MMD. Thank you so much, Honorable, for coming through. We do appreciate.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Hats off to Zambians.
Okay. There you have it. The blue cape and the blue color is still alive, according to Honorable Gaston Sichilima here, who was my guest this particular morning. We'll see you when you see us. I'm Tapelo Joe Smata. Good morning.